Okay, welcome. My name is Gareth, and this is the second part of my self-discovery sessions with Coach Master. And this session is all about supercharging your self-awareness. So, as mentioned, my name is Gareth, and I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist. I'm also a self-discovery coach. And what I want to do over the next 15 minutes or so is really just guide you into a deeper understanding of yourself, as well as gaining some small but practical tools to really enhance your self-awareness. So, and at the end of this as well, I'm going to give you a free guide into supercharging your self-awareness as well. And I'll give you the access instructions to do that. So before we start, do grab a pen and paper, or you might want to have a document or app open so that you can take notes. And we're also going to see if there's any questions at the end. So if there's anybody there right now, then just drop into the chat what your name is, where you're from, just so I can get a bit of an inkling of who's there and from whereabouts in the world you all are. So while you're doing that, I just want to give you a bit of a download of why self-awareness is your superpower and why you'd want to supercharge it. And for me, a real key ignition and deepening of my own self-awareness was really stepping back and noticing that actually this voice in my head, that busy chattering voice that was sort of attaching itself to everything, wasn't me. And I didn't have to believe every thought that popped into my head. I could take that step back, I could calm things down, and I could choose to find that balanced, higher place within myself where I could choose that next thought. I could choose how I felt. I could choose what that next action would be that would best serve me in that moment or serve me moving towards that higher place of what I'd love to create in the world, and bringing my goals and dreams alive. So without self-awareness, we're stuck. We're struggling at that same unconscious place. So really self-awareness is that shift from unconsciousness into consciousness. So it's recognizing what is there within our unconscious mind that might be sabotaging us or keeping us stuck in a certain place or at a certain level. And the more that we become aware of that, the more we increase our choice to, again, what we think, what we feel, what we do. And of course, that has an impact upon the results that we see in the world. So consciously choosing through self-awareness brings us into that consciously created life, a life that you choose to create on your terms, not based upon what you think is possible or impossible for you, but based upon conditioned or limiting patterns that you've adopted from a previous generation. Um, However, our unconscious mind is programmed to keep us safe, to stay in our lane, stay in our comfort zone, and of course it will draw upon what it knows already, or what it thinks it knows as well, what is possible for you. And of course, if you haven't, let's say, engaged in something or done something yet, or it might say, well, that's not possible for you because it wants to keep you in that comfort zone. Again, it's just trying to protect you, but also it stops us from living our potential and bringing our true heart's desire to the world. And many people think that they're already self-aware, that there's nowhere else to get to, that they've already got that level of self-awareness and there's nothing else to do. They don't need to do the work to develop this superpower of self-awareness. But that in itself is a block to going deeper and taking yourself to that next level. So if we're not consciously choosing our lives, then it's that automatic pilot of the unconscious mind that is doing it for us. So what we're going to introduce today is three key shifts in our perceptions, shifts in our actions, into a deeper self-awareness. So these three things are going to be recognizing those hidden blocks. It's going to be shifting from a place of reaction to intention, and also just strengthening your intuition as well. So again, if you've got pen and paper, brilliant, or something to take notes on, then let's do this. So just recognizing our unconscious patterns influence our thinking, our feeling, our decisions and actions. So if we can become aware of those patterns, we can start to take more conscious control over the direction that we're pointing in, and making that consciously creative life. So first of all, before we do this, let's just take a moment just to tune in, just closing your eyes. Let's just find a place of balance within us right here, right now, in this present moment. So just taking a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, deep inhale, exhale, just allowing yourself, if you're sitting, just allowing yourself to feel into the seat beneath you, just allowing your shoulders to just roll backwards, maybe just stretch your fingers and toes out, just really connecting with the present moment right here, right now. Feel the air around you as you breathe that in and out. Even just going all the way down, feeling the feet connected to the floor. Maybe just stretch those toes up one by one, just planting them down into the ground, feeling supported, grounded into the earth where you're at right now. And also just setting the intention now. I'll set the intention for you as well, just for this to be a powerful exercise for you to deepen your self-awareness. Also setting that intention, just to if you're going to take anything away from this, just one real key, powerful insight that's unique to you. So just setting the intention for that, for this exercise, and slowly just bring yourself back into the here and now, just opening your eyes. And now with your pen and paper, we're just having just a little think and reflection to yourself. I want you to recall a moment in your life where you've really been going for something that you really wanted, but then you stopped yourself. Maybe it was a job, maybe it was a potential partner, a relationship, maybe it was like a passion project or a business idea. You really wanted it, but then you stopped yourself. And I want you to ask yourself, what did you say to yourself that really put the brakes on, that stopped you from taking that leap or moving forwards? What was it that you said to yourself? So just take a moment to notice what comes up for you there. And as some examples, it might be, maybe I don't have enough information. I don't have enough clarity to move forwards. Maybe I just don't know enough. I'm lacking in some way. Maybe I'm not there yet, not ready yet. Maybe I'm not perfect yet. Maybe even I don't deserve it, or it's not clear enough. Maybe even I'm not worthy, or I'll only mess it up anyway, so why bother? Really notice, what's that key thing that you said to yourself? What's that thought that got in the way of you going for what you want? And then ask yourself, what's that feeling that came up for you when you thought that? What's that feeling that's attached to that thought? Could be an emotion, could be overwhelm, anxiety, could be a physical feeling, maybe like a tight chest. Just really notice what that thought, so what that feeling is that's linked to that thought that stopped you from going for what you wanted. And then ask yourself the next question, which is what behavior arose out of that feeling? So think of it this way, that when we have a thought, it has a corresponding feeling to that. And of course, from that feeling then produces a certain behavior. So what was the behavior that arisen out of that feeling? Maybe it was withdrawing. Maybe it was avoiding. Of course, in this situation, it's something you didn't do. You know, you shut yourself off from it. Maybe you shut down. Maybe you run away. But what was that specific thing for you that you did? So you should have now thought, feeling, behavior. And again, this is all linking into a pattern of what goes on for you. And just asking yourself now, what conditions were present within this that you are putting upon yourself for having what you would truly love to have? Some examples of this might be it needs to be perfect before I begin or jump in. Maybe I need to prove myself as being worthy before I can have what I want. It might be like a certain rule there of like, if it's not clear, if I can't see that way forward, then I might fail. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take that step forwards. So notice what conditions, what rules you're putting upon yourself for having what you truly want. Okay. So that's really just helping you get clear upon what those hidden blocks are for you, just by deepening into that. An example there to notice what the thought, feeling, behavior cycle is. And of course, the outcome there was not going for what you wanted, but really understanding what are those conditions and rules that you're putting upon yourself, just by recognizing those different patterns. So now we're going to move into the second point here, which is shifting from reaction into intention. So if you can create that deeper level of awareness of your patterns, you can begin to shift out of that living of life through a reactionary place into one that is more grounded in intention. So reactionary life is going to be very driven by fear. It's in that fight or flight system. It's fueling emotions and opinions, and it's a place that's reacting because really it's trying to protect our inner wounds and vulnerabilities, whether it be from being hurt again or maybe others from seeing us in a certain way. So when we're reacting to life, that's that place that we're coming from. Whereas coming from a place of intention, this is where you've got more clarity around what you truly desire. You're coming at it from that higher place where that fight or flight system is switched off or calmed down even, and you're in more of a place of calm and peace within you. You're free from judgments, rigid ideas, limitations, as we just discovered. And it's really more of a focus towards your own expansion and your self-discovery. So the key to shifting from reactionary to intentional living is to develop and deepen that self-awareness. Without it, you're always going to be bobbing up and down. So it's really learning how to become aware of those patterns so you can calm them down, diffuse them of your energy, and then start to really focus in on what you truly want. And of course, set that intention to move in that direction as well. So, or, that self-awareness again brings that conscious choice to living our lives. So, taking that scenario of what we just worked with, for you specifically. So go back to that scenario and ask yourself the question, if you were to release all of those fears, those insecurities, doubts, limitations, whatever was there for you, those conditioned patterns, what is it that you would truly want in that scenario? What did your heart truly want? And maybe it was that thing that you were going for. Maybe it was something slightly different. Maybe it wasn't that thing at all. Maybe that was just a distraction from the unconscious mind. But just think about what's that area that you chose there? Maybe it was job, relationship, maybe health, whatever it was. Just asking yourself, what is it that you truly wanted, and maybe still wanted in that area? What is it that your heart truly wanted? And just write that down. Take a couple of moments to write that down. Okay. So whenever we do this process, we are obviously developing that self-awareness. And as we do that, we do deepen our intuitive decision making as well, because we're neutralizing those limitations and conditioned patterns in order to start asking ourselves those deeper questions and really tap into what we truly want to bring to the world. So and as you do that, as you engage in that intuitive um connection within yourself, you're expanding your choices, you're deepening your perspectives as well. You're enabling yourself to see a higher level of options and opportunities that are available to you, not just this narrow focused unconscious way of seeing the world. So you enable yourself to tune into your inner wisdom. Okay. So what we're going to do now, just to finish off, the third point here is really strengthening that intuition. So just take a breath, just closing your eyes once more. And again, just tuning into what it is that you truly want. And maybe taking yourself back into that place of what it is you were going for before. And this time I just want you to imagine the next time that situation comes up, whether it's going for a job, a relationship, a promotion, creating that business idea. Just tune into this intention of what you truly want in that area. And just closing your eyes, just bringing your attention to your heart area, and just imagine having it and experiencing it and allowing it into your world, and just setting the intention now to have that, setting the intention to create that within your reality. And just breathe into that. Just bringing your eyes to open once more, and just bringing it to a close now by just asking yourself, what's one insight or pattern you recognized about yourself today? It might be, it might be even be just one word or a sentence, but just noticing what it is that you've recognized. You become more aware of yourself today. And just drop that into the chat for me, just so I can see what you're taking away from today. As we do this, we just have that bit of a reflection piece, just to deepen that self-awareness even more. And just while you're doing that, just recapping things that we're taking away from today. So just having that practice of self-awareness is going to help you to shine light upon your hidden unconscious blocks. Sometimes we can think that we are self-aware, but just asking yourself, what's that one thing I'm not self-aware of? What's that one thing that I can just shine light on a little bit more that's going to help me to deepen that self-awareness and deepen your power in creating that conscious life for yourself. And also shifting from reaction to intention. Again, just recognizing that there's a deeper, true intention that you can connect with instead of just that reactionary place. Just asking yourself that question, what do I truly want here? Whether it be in this situation or over the next week, the month, the year, but just what do I truly want? What does my heart want? And setting the intention from that level instead of that conditioned mind level. And then, of course, strengthening the self-awareness, but also your intuitive sense within that as well. And the more that you connect with that intuitive self, connect with the vision of what you truly want, you're going to be deepening your self-awareness even more. So if there's any questions, then please fire them in the chat now. Um, while you're doing that, I'm just going to give you today's free gift from this session, which is free guide into supercharging your self-awareness. Just get back to the chat here so I can pop that in. Oh, I can't see the chat. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so okay, actually, now that needs to go to everyone. Okay, so you should now see a link in the chat. And yeah, if you click on that link, you will be able to uh, sign up to access that free guide to supercharge your self-awareness, which will give you loads of different tools and exercises to really take that self-awareness to the next level. So, and we've got a chat here as well. So yeah, chat, question. So have you got any tips how people can strengthen their intuition? So as I've said today, really just setting the intention to start with, setting the intention for this is what I want to get out of the exercise to strengthen your intuition. So setting the intention to do that, and also allowing yourself to be in that place of not knowing. So let's enable yourself to move into a place of where you are in your consciousness, that limited place, recognizing that there's a higher level of consciousness to move into. So some people might call it your super consciousness or the universe or God for some people. So recognizing that there's a higher place for you to access. So if you set the intention, you open yourself up to not knowing and allow yourself to receive, then that's a good place to start. And just maybe use it with little things like maybe little challenges or problems you might come across day to day, and just go, okay, how can I tune in here to ask for guidance from that higher place within me, and just notice what comes and allow yourself to just free flow and write it down, and yeah, just really allow that to come and just be guided by that and see where that takes you, and then reflect upon it as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, good. So look, we'll finish off there, but take these three tools away with you today. Download the Supercharge Your Self-Awareness guide, and yeah, I wish you well, and we'll bring things to an end here. Thank you very much.